Diversion is the greatest of our miseries, for it is the things that above all prevent us from reflecting upon ourselves. Blaise Pascal. This quote is more than 350 years old, and yet it has never been more relevant than today. Today, entertainment has changed its form, but the question remains the same. Should a man play video game?
There is single-handedly no hobby or side thing you can do that will probably be more damaging to you being successful than playing video games.
Imagine if you've burned out your dopamine so much that if you don't have that instant reward hit of shooting somebody, killing them, headshot. If you're not getting that, dude, it messes with your ability to withstand hardship and obstacles when you're chasing a longer-term goal, and you become a quitter.
Video games is a waste of time, bro. People spend more time developing their video character than their own selves. You're not where you want to be.
Before anything else, I want to make one thing clear. I am neither for nor against the people I mentioned in this video. I only take what concerns me and what I believe in is good. Even though I don't consider myself a Christian, I really like and often live by the principle found in 1 Thessalonians 5 verses 21, which says, "Test everything, hold on to what is good." With that said, let's be clear from the start. Video games are not evil, and they are not bad in themselves, despite what the media in the past or certain people have tried to make us believe. Video games are like sports. Okay, not exactly like sports, I'm exaggerating, but more like movies, like music. Video games are tools for relaxation, for escape, for decompressing after a stressful day, for example. They can even be tools for cultural training. By the way, I make a video about it one day. They are not necessarily instruments that weakens you, makes you immature or useless. However, and this is important, they can become harmful, and everything depends on one single factor: the man who uses them. The problem starts when gaming becomes an escape, and when I say that, I'm not talking about playing once in a while to relax, after a hard day or after accomplishing your daily goals. I'm talking about escaping reality, escaping yourself. Pascal talked about entertainment as a way to avoid silence, because in silence you are forced to confront yourself. Many men today come home tired, frustrated, dissatisfied, and instead of thinking, building, acting, they turn on the PS5. Oh, the perversion for the wealthy one. In video games, you find everything a man desires in real life: a sense of progression, status, rewards. And I be honest, there is nothing great like winning your games, having a high rank, owning the best skins, the best weapons, having the most money, feeling like the best. At least while you're online. At least until you press the power off button or log out. Because the moment you turn off the console, you realize that all those achievements, that feelings of being the best, were nothing but an illusion. They are not transferable to real life. You can be rich in a game while struggling financially in real life, or simply not where you want to be. You can have hundreds of skills in a game, while in real life you have very few or none. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with that as long as you're willing to learn new skills. You can have the highest rank in your game, while having none in real life. Again, nothing wrong with that, if and only if you're willing to work on it. You can have your dream character and your dream body in a game, but in reality, you might not even be able to do a single push-up. Let's be honest, I am talking directly to you watching this video. A man who has no discipline, no strong body, no valuable skills, no clear vision, and who is not living the life he wants, has no excuse to spend 3, 4, 6, and in extreme cases even 10 hours a day playing video games. Because every hour spent gaming is an hour stolen from the man he could become. At that point, gaming becomes an anesthetic. It numbs the pain of failure without ever solving it. And as an online mentor I had when I was 16 or 17, if my memory is correct, used to say, when you gain XP in your game, you lose XP in real life. That being said, you are not required to quit video games entirely and throw them away. It is not immature to play. If you work on your goals daily, if you train your body, if you develop yourself mentally, if you build something real, if you have a vision, and then video games are not a problem. I'll even tell you this. When you truly have a vision and you're genuinely busy working toward your goals, you won't even have to force yourself not to play. Your games will be there, the console will be there, and yet you won't touch them for days, weeks, months, sometimes even years, naturally without forcing it. Lived experience. That's why I'm not saying you should quit or that video games are bad. What I am saying is this: find a vision, define your goals, try to work on them consistently, little by little. Those goals will take up time, time that would normally have been spent gaming. I won't lie to you, the beginning won't be easy. The start is always the hardest. In fact, you've probably heard many millionaires say that making their first million was the hardest part. So let me ask you again, not as a gamer, not as a critic, but as a man in development, a man learning just like you. When you play, are you resting or are you escaping? When you play, are you playing to relax or to obtain results that life believes you haven't yet earned? Entertainment is not dangerous because it amuses us. It becomes dangerous when it prevents us from becoming ourselves, who we are supposed to become. The problem is not video games. The problem is the man hiding behind them. So, who are you?